back to the channel. And I know it's been a minute since I've posted, but I've been just tied up with a lot of BS. I just got hit with not one, but two separate lawsuits for ADA complaints. You guys don't know what ADA is. It's the American Disabilities Act. You know, basically it's a couple lawsuits. They're technically drive-by lawsuits because they really didn't use the facilities, but a lot of times, you know, they'll just drive by and see if they can find any little sign missing or something like that. But you know, it's a little frivolous lawsuit, but it's something, I mean, when you're in business, it just comes with the territory. But that's the reason why I haven't been able to post, but I'll definitely get some videos up about that, just to kind of, you know, give my ins and outs of how to deal with lawsuits, which is actually pretty easy. You just call your lawyer and let them handle it, right? But I'm here in the city of Cerritos, as you can see, here at LEXUS of CERRITOS, and I'm here helping someone out. We just finished negotiating a deal on an IS 300. But the reason why we're here is, I don't know if this ever happened to you guys, but if you guys have ever heard the term of rolling deals. So she had purchased a vehicle about a month ago from Wynn Chevrolet out in Carson. It was a Camaro SS, a V8, clean, white car. And she bought it, and they sold it to her and everything. But it turns out that 2 weeks later, we get a phone call from the dealer saying that your loan isn't approved and you either need to come with more money down or get a cosigner. So she started scrambling, and she was worried about what she would do next, because she had already, you know, tinted her windows and was planning on doing future mods. But good thing she didn't, because technically the car still wasn't hers. So long story short, what happened was that she went in, gave another $2,000 down, and filled out another second contract. And having spoken to other people, industry, and other dealerships, I mean, that's pretty, I mean, it's rare, but it's nothing that's, you know, unheard of. So gives it $2,000, writes another contract, and pretty much the finance manager tells her, you're good to go. That he had good relationships with other banks, and pretty much, you know, they would get the deal done, no problem. So that was 2 weeks ago. So fast forward till today, or actually yesterday, then she gets another call saying that the banks wouldn't touch it. So the banks wouldn't finance her loan. So she ended up pretty much giving the car back. She got her refund. And for the last couple of days, we've been looking at different other cars to potentially, you know, buy or purchase or lease. So we looked at Mercedes, BMW, and I guess now you can obviously tell we're here at LEXUS of CERRITOS. So she's going to be leasing an IS 300, and you know, the people here at LEXUS are very professional, just very upfront. And what I've noticed with the higher end dealerships like the Lexus, Mercedes, and BMWs, there's less, I guess you could say, less games that they play. So with Chevy, Honda, Toyota, nothing wrong with those cars, but what I imagine that a lot of not salespeople, but the guys in finance, it's always like the second guy that the salesperson always brings to you and introduces you to and says, this is my manager, and he's the one that typically usually grinds you for the deal and tries to get more money out of you. But it's the guys in finance that a lot of the times they'll let people drive off with the vehicle, even though there technically isn't a loan approval in place. So this term, I just learned this myself. The term is called rolling deals. So I don't know where it comes from, but maybe it comes from like rolling dice or something like that. So it's almost like a gamble on their part. But if they're pressed to hit quotas or hit their sales figures and stuff like that, I guess, you know, from talking to other dealerships, that this is a practice that is, you know, not uncommon. So I guess what happened was that with certain dealerships, they're more notorious than others to roll deals just to push their sales figures. So we're here now. Lexus approved everything. She's good to go, you know. And I mean, it's been somewhat of a headache, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, I get it. It's, you know, business is business, and banks pretty much can, you know, dictate whether they want to finance you or not. So she is a small business owner, so wasn't fully stated income, but you know, proof of income was, you know, something that was a little obstacle, but you know, she was able to do it. But definitely here with Lexus, you know, just upfront about everything. They're very professional and courteous, and definitely got her financed. And obviously the level of service is night and day compared to, you know, the other dealerships. But so I don't want to put the complete blame on Wind Chevrolet out in Carson, but it's one of those things where, I mean, believe it or not, when we were there the other day so she could pick up her deposit money, there was another lady returning her vehicle because she ran into the same problem. So in situations like this, I guess when dealers roll deals, I mean, pretty much everybody loses, right? The customer doesn't get the car that they want, but the upside for the customer is, hey, you get to drive around the car for a little bit and rack up some miles, and then you end up giving the keys right back to the dealership. So I guess you could say in the grand scheme of things, it's the dealership that loses out, because now they get a car back with, you know, 500 or a couple thousand miles on it, and now they're, you know, stuck with a car now that they can't sell as brand new because you know, because it's obviously used. So now I realize a lot of the times when you walk into dealerships and you see cars that have a couple hundred miles on it, it's usually always, with the story that I always hear is that, oh yeah, the customer, you know, decided to upgrade or get something else, or just didn't like the car or something like that. But you know, after seeing what she's been through, a dealership who pretty much tried to roll a deal and then pretty much backfired on them. So I mean, I don't know, if I was a dealership, I mean, who knows? I mean, it's something, you know, business is a gamble, so you know, can't really hate on the dealerships and stuff like that. But you know, it was a pretty stressful experience for her, just because, you know, they kept on calling her. She never knew if the car was hers or not. So now this is the car that she's going to be getting. It's a 2019 Lexus IS 300. So I know it's not a GM Chevy Camaro SS, but this is a car that she decided to get. So I mean, who knows if she's gonna mod this car, but it's a 2019 IS 300 F Sport, so it definitely does have the nice little accents, the black accents that the regular ISs don't have. So you can see here. So these are good cars. I mean, can't really go wrong with Lexuses. I used to have a 2000 GS 300 back in the days that I had on 20s. You know, had it on coilovers, dropped, and I mean, the car, I mean, I kept that thing for about 10 years. So I do know these things are reliable. It's not uncommon to hear about Toyotas, or especially Lexuses, hit you know, 200,000 miles. I've even heard 300,000 miles. So I mean, these engines are bulletproof, so definitely I know she'll be happy with the car. This is one with the red interior, as you can see. So I mean, all in all, I hope she's happy with their purchase. And guess I'll keep this video short, because I'm going to run back in and just make sure she doesn't get duped in finance, because I know a lot of times it's always in the finance office where they tell you that you need the wheel and tire protection, extended warranties, or you know, any protection. I mean, they'll protect anything on this car. So I'm going to run in, help her, make sure she doesn't get taken advantage of in finance. But all in all, a good experience here at LEXUS of CERRITOS. Definitely recommend these guys. The GM's a real cool dude. He was the one that, I mean, yesterday we were ready to just get up and leave, and he came back and, you know, definitely made the deal a little bit sweeter. So, you know, definitely made us come back today and seal the deal. So we'll keep this one short, and I will be back with an update on a different video. Thanks for watching.